Friends, did you know that the world's largest desert, the Sahara, wasn't always like this? Just 11,000 years ago, this was a lush green paradise filled with flowing rivers and life. But hidden in the heart of this wasteland lies something that science still cannot fully explain. This is the Eye of Sahara, a 25-mile-wide, perfect circular structure. NASA calls it a mere geological formation, but here is a massive but. If this is just a random rock, then how did the philosopher Plato, 2,400 years ago, describe its exact measurements? And why did astronauts on the Gemini 4 mission see patterns from space that were immediately classified as an anomaly? In today's video, we are diving deep into this mystery to find out, have we finally found the greatest discovery in human history, the Lost City of Atlantis? And why are mainstream historians so afraid to excavate this site? Let's find out. For decades, the official explanation has been that the Eye of Sahara, or the Richat Structure, is a volcanic dome that eroded over millions of years. But geologists are puzzled. Usually when a volcano or an asteroid hits, the ground shows specific signs. But here, there is no melted rock, no shattered quartz, and no impact crater. Look at the symmetry. Nature loves chaos, but this structure follows a mathematical pattern. There are 3 concentric rings of land and 2 of water, exactly as Plato described in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. But it gets even stranger. When you look at the center from a satellite, you see structural remnants that don't look like natural rocks. They look like the foundations of a massive city. Is it possible that we are looking at the skeleton of a superpower? Now let's answer the question of the blueprint. Plato didn't just tell a story, he gave us numbers. He said the central island of Atlantis was 127 stadia. When you convert that ancient Greek measurement, it equals 23.5 kilometers. When we measure the inner ring of the Richat structure today, the distance is exactly 23.5 kilometers. The probability of this being a coincidence is almost zero. How did a man living 2,000 years ago, in a time of chariots and candles, know the exact dimensions of a structure in the middle of a desert thousands of miles away? Unless he wasn't writing a myth, he was reading a map that has since been lost. You might ask, if this is Atlantis, where is the ocean? Recent satellite imagery of the Sahara has revealed paleo rivers, massive underground riverbeds that once flowed right past the eye. But the smoking gun is the salt. Thousands of miles from the Atlantic, the ground around the eye is encrusted with marine salt. We have found skeletons of whales and sea turtles buried in the Saharan dunes. Around 11,600 years ago, a global event known as the Younger Dryas occurred. Science confirms that sea levels rose drastically in a very short time. A massive mega tsunami, it didn't just flood the city, it turned the surrounding area into a muddy wasteland, exactly as Plato described. The sea in those parts is impassable because of the shallow mud caused by the subsidence of the island. At this point, we come across a piece of evidence that adds a new layer to this entire mystery. Plato said the city was built with red, black, and white stones. In the Richat structure, we find 3 very specific types of volcanic rock: red rhyolite, black gabbro, and white carbonatite. The evidence is staring us in the face. Why then is no one digging? Why is there no major archaeological excavation? Perhaps because admitting the truth would mean our entire timeline of human civilization is a lie. So, what is the truth? Is the Eye of Sahara a freak of nature, or is it the ultimate evidence of a lost world? Let me know your theories in the comments. And if you want to keep exploring the world's most dangerous mysteries, make sure to subscribe to the Global Countdown. Until next time, keep questioning.